Hey, what's up YouTube? This is the Delta Boy 84 and I'm going to do a little conversion on my Truggy. I'm going to go ahead and convert it kinda to a rally. It's going to have this cool little Mustang body. These wheels, swap out the body mounts to fit the body correctly and have some bumpers underneath there. And also I'm going to put in this higher KV motor. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and remove the body clips. And we can go ahead and take the body off. Simple enough. And then there's going to be, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. 2 in the back here. These 2. This one in the front. Right there. And then there'll be 1 on each corner. And we have to remove all those. And then we'll be able to get to the inside. Okay, now that we have these all 7 screws taken out, we can go ahead and unplug the servo. And go ahead and remove the upper chassis plate. The servo might come out with it, that's fine, it just sits in there, it's no problem. So now what we have to do is go ahead and take off the ESC to get down to the motor. And to do that, we have one screw here, 1 here, and a 3rd one right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, there was a 4th screw up on this corner, but we went ahead and removed those. Now we can take off the ESC receiver and get down to the motor. Which now we're going to go ahead and flip it over. And we want to go ahead and remove these 3 screws for the motor mount. Now you're also going to want to take out these 2 screws here to go ahead and remove this top, I guess, motor guard plate. And then you'll be able to get the motor out. Now that we have all 5 of these screws removed on the bottom, we can go ahead and flip it over. The motor plate comes right out, just as well as the motor mount. But from here, pretty much all we do is unplug this motor. Then we're going to go ahead and remove the 2 screws, and the motor will be off the mount. So here's our old motor. Here's our new, faster, higher KV motor. And all we're going to do is go ahead and put it in the motor mount and mount it back up and then put it back into the car the same way. We have the new motor mounted onto the motor plate, and we're just going to go ahead and drop that in there, put the motor plate back up, line everything up, and then we just go ahead and put our 5 screws back in. Okay, we've got our 5 screws in. We want to go ahead and tighten down the 2 for the motor cover, but leave these 2 just a little bit loose so that we can go ahead and line up the motor. Now what you want to do is just go ahead and some people use a piece of paper to put in between the spur and the pinion to give it proper spacing, but what I usually do is just go ahead and jam it up close and then give it just a little bit, pull it back just a little bit to give it some room to breathe in there. Now we've got the motor in where we want it. Now we want to get our ESC, stick our wires underneath there, and then we'll go ahead and put back in our 4 screws to hold in the ESC and the receiver. Then we'll plug in the motor, and we'll be almost done. Okay, we've got our ESC secured on there, our motor plugged in. Now we go ahead and feed the battery connection through to the battery tray, and then we can go ahead and put on the top chassis. Alright, we've got our top plate back on. Don't forget to feed your antenna wire and your servo wire. Then we can go ahead and put on our 7 screws, plug in the servo, and then we can get to the body and the new tires. Alright, now to the bumpers and body mounts, and we'll go ahead and start with the front bumper. And it's pretty simple. All we got to do is remove these front 2 screws, pull it out, pop the new one in. Okay, that's the front bumper. Pretty easy. Now we go ahead and move to the rear. Now for the rear, what we have to do is take off these 2 top screws for the wing to remove the wing to put on the rear bumper. So I ran into a little bit of a problem with this rear bumper. As you can see, it needs longer screws in the back than the stock ones that it comes with to hold the rear bumper on. So something to keep in mind if you want to do this conversion, but for now I think I'm just going to leave it off because it's not that big a deal. It's the rear bumper, no biggie. Okay, extending the rear body post really couldn't be too much easier. It's just simply slides over the original posts and then bam, there you go, extended body posts. Put in some screws and you're good to go. Now for the tires, I just go ahead and use the tool that came with the Truggy, and it's just one wheel nut on the outside. Take off all 4 nuts, replace the tires. Easy as that. Alright, we got the front bumper on, the rear body mount on there. The tires are on, the motor's in, everything's ready to go. Only thing left to do is put that badass new body on it. Alright guys, check out the new look. It went from Truggy to badass Mustang, man, in 2.5 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but I really like the look of it, you know, it looks pretty cool. Got the black rims, Mustang body on it, with the new motor. Should be pretty fast. Can't wait to go get out there and do some run video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the conversion. Remember, this is the Delta Boy 84. Always comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.